So y'all know Atlanta is home of women marrying men that they just using, and home of men taking advantage of vulnerable women. So I met a man and a woman. Well, I met a guy, and then I'm not gonna say their names because I'm not really about to give people the clout on my channel, because when people know that you have a cause and you got a platform, then a lot of times they'll start staging stuff to be on your platform, and I'm not allowing it because it's not about them. It's about me, my son, Austin, and Cynthia, and Joseph Overa. So basically, I met a guy on Memorial, and he was telling me that he had a room and he had a girl at the room, and she was cool people. And so I met the girl that day, and I rolled back to the room with them, and I chilled with them for a little bit just to kind of see what it was, like how we were vibing. And he told me that they had an extra bed and I could stay in the room with them. And I didn't stay right away, but I came back. I was really tired, and I was like, okay, I don't want to sleep at the bus stop, so let me just go ahead and come to the room with them. And honestly, she seemed like a really cool person. As y'all can see, I was much smaller, and I didn't have any like food or anything. And when I went to go to try to pull off some money that someone had sent me on my Cash App, I wasn't able to get the money because somebody had stolen my wallet previously with my debit card in it. And I had asked the girl if she could get the money off for me, and she would not get the money off. And the only thing they had in the room to eat was like ramen noodles. And so I started shrinking, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to stay here. Let me try to go get food. But the buses on Piedmont were not running. And so I was like, I can't be in a location where it's too far for me to get food, and the person doesn't really know my situation, or they probably do, and it's just set up that way. So I was like, let me just get myself together and go back out there on my own, because I was still able to stay at a healthy weight for my situation. And as you can still see, you can still tell in my waistline what's going on. And so I'm not trying to talk about anybody or whatever, but I wasn't really able to like shower, and I asked the man to pull out the cash for me. That I would send him the money and pull it out for me, and he rushed off to work and didn't do it. So all we ate was noodles that day, and to me it just felt like a setup, because when you're a mom and you're hurting and you're hungry and you're just being quiet, 2-3 hours missing a meal, and it does take away from the nutrition balance of your body overall. And so I'm not gonna say the girl's name or whatever, but basically I went to take a shower, and the bathroom was so filthy that I couldn't even shower. And I was like, okay, like I had the nose high nose sense, and I almost threw up from the smell in the bathroom. And I was like, oh my God, like I cannot do it, I just have to leave. And hold on, y'all, do y'all notice how thick I look back there? First of all, I walk a lot, and I haven't been driving for some years. Like I've been walking everywhere, and my body is like amazing, my hip line. And as you can see around my waistline, you can still tell. And that was the girl over there laying down in the bed. The other guy was at work. And as you can see the way I'm bending over, and you can still tell in my waistline. So it was pretty ridiculous. And I was thinking this morning before I started doing these voiceovers, I was like, I cannot believe Keisha Lance Bottoms really allowed them to do this to me and my baby in her city. Like really, that was just really uncalled for. It's just like a clout chasing mayor or something. Like, and then she's a black lawyer, and it's like, why would you allow them to do that to a black woman that come to your city for help? Like, that is stupid. And you can still tell in my waistline, regardless of the starvation tactics. So we had one all day. with just noodles that day. And so I was packing up my stuff, getting ready to leave, and the girl was really cool. Like, she was really cool, but at the same time, when you're Andrea Jones and you know that you've had like probably 100,000 views, on your channel, and that people have you in another location where you don't have adequate amount of food and they're trying to lie about it, it just, to me, I'm like, yeah, she's cool, she's smiling in my face, but again, we don't have groceries. And then, like, if I'm in a location where I can easily walk to the store or I can easily get on the bus, then it's different. I won't be like tripping. But if you have me in a location where there's no bus line and I can't get money off my card, I can't use the money on my app, on my Cash App, then at that point it felt like a setup, so I left.